You know, we're always hearing about personal growth and self-love, but there's a side to it that almost never gets talked about, the tough, sometimes really painful process of actually becoming the person you're supposed to be.
Nobody talks about this. Everyone talks about healing, growth, and, of course, self-love. These are the buzzwords we see everywhere, right? But here's the thing no one ever seems to mention: the actual pain of becoming yourself. Because when you think about it, becoming who you're meant to be often means letting go of who you were. And that process, it can seriously hurt.
So, where does a journey like this even start? Well, it kicks off with what we're calling the uncomfortable awakening. And the most important thing to get here is that it all begins with discomfort.
And here's the thing you've got to understand. Becoming yourself, it doesn't start with some big flash of confidence. Nope. It usually starts with a quiet, nagging discomfort, a slow realization that some parts of your life just feel, well, fake. And once you see that inauthenticity, you can't unsee it. It's like a switch has been flipped.
So what kind of stuff are we talking about? Well, it's the real, everyday things, right? It's those friendships that suddenly feel like hard work. It's the habits you realize you're only doing to numb yourself. And maybe the biggest one of all, it's noticing that version of you that only comes out to please other people, even when it costs you.
And that awakening, well, it leads you right into something that's even harder: separation. This is really the core of why being honest with yourself can be so incredibly painful.
Which leads to the big question, right? Why does it feel so painful? I mean, if you're finally doing what's right for you, shouldn't it feel good? Why does it so often feel like loss?
Well, think of it like a chain reaction. It all starts with these small acts of authenticity. You set a new boundary. You stop feeling like you have to explain every single choice you make. And what happens next is almost inevitable. Some relationships are going to change. Some might even end.
And this is where it gets really profound. There's this quiet grief in growth. You might actually find yourself missing the old you. And it's not because that person was happier, let's be real, they probably weren't, but because they were familiar. You knew how to play that part. It was a survival mechanism. But just surviving isn't the same as truly living.
Which, of course, leads us right into probably the single hardest part of this whole thing, the loneliness phase. This is the stage that absolutely no one prepares you for.
And this feeling, this is the absolute core of that loneliness. You're stuck in this weird, disorienting limbo. You're not the person you used to be anymore, but you're not quite the person you're becoming yet either.
So why does it hit so hard? Well, it's because for a while there, you just don't feel like you belong anywhere. Your old friend group just doesn't fit right anymore. But your new circle, the people who will get the real you, they haven't shown up yet. So for a time, you just have to sit with yourself.
But here's a really powerful way to think about it. What if that loneliness isn't a bad thing? What if it's actually a sign, a signal, that you're finally, maybe for the first time ever, tuning out all the noise and listening to your own inner voice? And all of this brings you to a major crossroads. You have to make a choice. Because yeah, there's pain in growth. But you know what? There's also a deep, lasting pain in staying the same. So you have to choose your pain.
So let's just break that down for a second. The pain of growth, it's a signal. It's usually temporary. It's the pain of shedding all the layers that weren't really yours to begin with. And in the end, it sets you free. Now, the pain of staying the same, that's a total disconnection from yourself. It just creates this hollow, empty feeling. And trust me, it lasts a whole lot longer, and ultimately it hurts way more. Okay, so you go through all of that, the discomfort, the separation, the loneliness. What's the payoff? What's on the other side? Well, it's this quiet strength you gain. This is the priceless reward for all that painful work.
And this reward, it's not some big, flashy trophy. It's something much deeper, a quiet shift inside you. You just sort of stop apologizing for existing. You stop desperately chasing approval from other people. You actually start to feel calm just being by yourself. Life doesn't get easier, necessarily. You get stronger. Look, let's be real as we start to wrap this up. Becoming yourself, it's gonna cost you things. It might cost you people. It'll probably cost you your comfort zone, and it will definitely cost you all those old versions of yourself that just don't fit anymore.
But what you get in return, it's something you can't put a price on. It's real self-respect, it's clarity, and it's a deep, unshakable sense of peace.
So if any of this sounds familiar, if you're in that messy middle right now, please hold on to this. That pain you're feeling, it's not breaking you,
It's shaping you.